guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Emily. Today is the last part of the holiday baking series I've been doing, and we are going to be doing caramel creams. Now, the name for these is actually pretty ironic because they don't have caramel in them, but they're little pecan cookies, and they're sandwich cookies, and they have a cream filling in the middle. So for these, you'll need a cup of butter, 2/3 cup of brown sugar, 2 egg yolks, half a teaspoon of vanilla, 2.5 cups of flour, 1/3 cup of pecans, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. And then for the filling, you'll need 7.5 teaspoons of butter, 1.5 cup of regular sugar, half a teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of whipped cream. The whipped cream makes it so that they're super creamy and that they melt in your mouth. So right now, I have the butter softening, and I'm going to start mixing together the brown sugar, egg yolks, and vanilla. Okay, I have mixed together the sugar, egg yolks, and vanilla. I measured out the flour while that was mixing, and now I'm going to combine the flour and the pecans into the cookie dough. Now I have to shape them into logs, and then I'm going to wrap them in parchment paper and chill them for 2 hours. Alright, now I wrap those up in cling wrap, put them in the fridge. They have to chill for 2 hours, and while they're chilling, I'm going to clean up everything else because it's a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to spend the time cleaning up, and then I will finish them and fill them later. Okay, it has been a while. The dough has been chilling in the fridge. It's actually been like a few hours because I had to go to work, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this out of the fridge, and then I'm going to mix up the cream, and hopefully these get soft enough where they're not as hard, and I can actually mold them. So for the filling, you need 2.5 tablespoons of butter, 1.5 cup of sugar, half a teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of whipped cream. You put the butter in a saucepan until it's golden brown, and then add in the sugar, vanilla, and enough whipped cream to achieve spreading consistency. And then you put it on top. Oh, these bake first. Oh, these bake. So, well, I'm still gonna make the cream now because whatever. I'm going to do that. the cookies on a tray, and the rest of them are just cut up here. And I'm gonna put them into the oven to bake at 350 for 11 minutes. And I was trying to make the like filling for these because the directions are kind of vague, and I just had to reread it a bunch of times to make sure I didn't mess it up. So I think what I discovered is that you have to cook the sugar all the way, otherwise it just gets really crispy. So that's cooking, and the cookies are in the oven. Okay, well, the caramel creams were not very much of a success. Somehow, I think just the directions on the filling was really vague. And first it was like way too grainy, like there was too much sugar, and then we melted the sugar and added like heavy whipping cream and stuff, and it just was not thick enough at all, because it's supposed to be the texture of like frosting or whipped cream. And then we ended up adding a little bit of cream cheese. It still wasn't thickening, so I gave up, and it's liquid, but my dad taste tested it and he said it still tastes good. So we were just dunking the cookies in and then sandwiching them, which is not the way you're supposed to do it, but I've been baking for way too long this week and I am so exhausted, so I'm leaving it. Well, that is all I have for today's video and for my holiday baking series. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, press the subscribe button, and ding the bell to receive notifications every time I post a new video. Here are my social media handles. Make sure you check out my podcast called Disney Geeks Podcast, where I try to post once a month. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. If you did, let me know. I would love to do it again. It was a lot of work, but I do love baking, so definitely got a lot out of it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.